Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do just a fun, quick little video for y'all, and it is my day off, so I thought what better day to do a drugstore skincare routine for y'all than today. So welcome to my bathroom. I will be running through all the different products I use. Quick disclaimer before we get into everything, I do not use every single night and morning. Instead, I take more of an approach of just checking in with what my skin needs that day. Generally speaking, bare minimum, I would like to cleanse and moisturize my face every single day. But some days my skin needs maybe a double cleanse or maybe something a little stronger to help with my acne or dryness. Because to give a disclaimer, I have very dry, dehydrated, acne-prone skin. So the products that I'm using are helping those issues that I am dealing with. But yeah, everything I use besides one item is from the drugstore, so I thought that'd be really fun to share. Especially since the skincare industry is such a large industry these days, I feel like it's important to remember you can find things that will work for you at a much cheaper price. And the one thing that's not drugstore, I do have alternatives that I use in place of it to also give you guys some other ideas. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in. My first basic cleanser is one that I'm sure y'all have seen a billion times. It is the Garnier Micellar Cleansing Water. I specifically get the blue one. It's for waterproof makeup. I love to use this for when I wear makeup, obviously. But also if I just want a basic cleanser, I wasn't doing too much, maybe I didn't sweat too much, and I just want to feel like I cleaned my face that day. I love using this, and if I do a double cleanse, I love to use this as my first cleanser for non-makeup days. If I'm doing a makeup cleanse, the first cleanser that I try to go in with would be a cleansing balm. This is the Neutrogena cleansing balm. It's nothing super fancy, but it gets the job done. I've used other cleansing balms off Amazon, and honestly, I've never noticed a difference between the quality of any of the ones that I've used. Even the Clinique one that I have that I got a little sample of, I feel works just as well as this one. I feel all cleansing balms generally do the same thing. This one, I like to go in just with my fingers and just really start melting away all of my face makeup. And since this doesn't get rid of everything when I have makeup, then I'll go in and follow up with this. This gets rid of the rest. And then with I use disposable cotton rounds. I do have reusable ones. I just haven't gotten into them yet, but I use little cotton rounds and I will take off my eye makeup and my eyebrows with this. So this is the combo for when I want to do a makeup cleanse to get rid of all of that, just to start up a clean slate again. But then just for normal days, this is the double cleanse that I will go with. So the second cleanser that I go in with would be the Aveeno Positively Radiant Clear Complexion Foaming Cleanser. This one is for acne-prone skin specifically, and it is very gentle. I love this cleanser so much. This is probably my third or fourth bottle that I've bought at this point. Again, with acne-prone skin, but also very dry, dehydrated skin, it's hard for me to find a lot of products that won't further dry out my skin. So the fact that this has a gentle component is really nice as well. Also, I'm a big fan of the foaming portion of this cleanser. I feel like it adds to the enjoyment of my skincare routine when I do it. I will say though, out of all the skincare videos I have watched online, I feel like a bigger concern for ones that already come out foaming for dermatologists is that you won't spend as much time cleansing your face with it because it's already foaming, instead of the ones that make you lather it first before you can really get a cleanse out of it. So I do try to spend just a little extra time gently rubbing it in and making sure I'm getting all fully cleansed, because I want to make sure it's doing its job, and also I really don't want to have to get a different cleanser because this one works so well for my skin. So yeah, just note to self, if you get a foaming cleanser, make sure that you spend a little extra time, because just because it's already sudsy on your face doesn't mean you don't need to spend a little extra time with your skin. And then as a third separate cleanser that I literally only use once a month, I have this Cetaphil Healthy Radiance Gentle PHA Exfoliating Cleanser. My golly, that is a mouthful. This one is if I feel like I just need a little extra something, especially on the exfoliating department. I try not to use anything that has physical exfoliants anymore. I think one of the first cleansers I ever got when I was a teenager, I will try to insert a photo if I can find it. It was, I want to say something bright and clear, and it was an orange bottle, and I feel like it had actual physical beads in it. I could be wrong, but I feel like it was a physical exfoliator, and that did absolutely nothing for me. It made my skin, I swear, worse, and I feel like it really just bothered my dry, dehydrated, acne-prone skin more than help. And so for this one, not only am I more hesitant because of my past with physical exfoliators. Just because this is a chemical exfoliator, I just also want to be careful because I don't need to be exfoliating my skin that often. As long as I am, to the best of my ability, doing some type of skincare routine at least once a day, I find that I don't really need this that often, but I'd say about once a month I like to whip this out just as the only cleanser I'm using that night, and then I'll just follow up with lotion. I will just keep it so bare minimal, so simple for that day. And then after any cleanser, I try to let my skin breathe for a moment and let it dry. I will also use a clean hand towel to pat dry, especially if it goes down my neck. And then another thing about cleansing that I love is I picked up a pack of these like towel scrunchies that you wear on your wrists. And I swear I cannot do my skincare without these anymore. I picked up a pack of them off Amazon. If I can still find that pack, I will link it below for sure. It's nothing crazy or special. I'm sure you can find this at any store also. But these have been so game-changing. A big reason why I would dread doing my skincare at night would be because that the water would just be dripping down my arm and my elbows and be getting all over my sleeves. And I just hate that feeling. Like, when I hop out of the shower, like I did just now, I love to put my hair up into a claw clip. I love to put on a baggy t-shirt. I love to put these on, and then I feel like I'm then ready to go with my skincare routine. I love that these catch all the water, and I don't know, like after I've taken a shower, I just feel like I have done all of my cleansing. Like I don't want to feel gross and contaminated again with all of my cleansers and stuff dripping down my arms. So definitely recommend these if you have never tried them. And again, if I can find them, I'll link them below for sure. But after that, what I will typically follow up with is my e.l.f. eye cream. This is probably like my third or fourth bottle of this. It's a very small like container, which I love small containers, so it really doesn't bother me that much. But anyway, my younger sister introduced me to this, and I have literally not gone back since. And the thing about eye creams is I don't know that I necessarily believe that it does that much more for my skin than my normal moisturizer. What I love about it specifically is I feel like it's just more gentle around the eye area. And if I can do anything to be more gentle around that area, then I will do it because I'm gonna moisturize that area anyway. So if I feel like this adds like a little gentle factor, then I'm definitely gonna do that. I also always love to apply it with my ring finger. I heard that that's your most gentle finger to apply your eye creams with. And also, this step just makes me feel more bougie, so why not do it, you know? I feel like that's a big part of your skincare routine is finding enjoyment in it because then you'll want to do it more often. So do I think that the benefits of this are like much better than my normal moisturizer? No, not really. But if it adds to my overall like self-care and enjoyment, then I'm gonna do it. So I definitely recommend this if you also want to feel like a little more bougie during your skincare routine. It's just fun. I love just dabbing like the little eye cream around my eyes, and I like to like rub it into my eyelids. I just really enjoy it. And then while that is soaking, I then like to go in. Again, all of this is on an as needed basis. It's not like I do all of these steps every single night. But if I'm finding that night that I have a few new like acne breakouts that are coming in, I get this 10% benzoyl peroxide gel. There's definitely brand names of this. This is just the Up and Up, which is the Target brand, so it's the cheaper version of it. But it does the same exact thing and does it just as well. Definitely look into store brands at the drugstore as well. But yeah, I love this because I can just apply this directly onto like a patch of pimples or like a singular pimple and rub it in and let it sit. Before I follow up with my moisturizer, I really like to let it soak in. And the reason I love this so much is because I feel like other acne products are like very much just targeting your entire face when you may not even need to target your entire face. And then also I feel like a lot of acne products are very much about drying out that acne spot, and I don't need to be drying out my face any more than it already is. So I'd rather just target that specific area or spot on my face to just help that spot out a little more than my entire face and make it more drier than it is. So yes, definitely recommend this one as well. For my all over moisturizer, honestly, if I'm in a pinch and I don't have like body lotion, I will also use this all over my legs and my arms too. I love this moisturizer with all of my heart. I have talked about it probably so many times on my channel. You guys are probably sick of me saying it, but it is the CeraVe moisturizing cream. I love this stuff so much. If you're looking for a thick, deep moisturizing cream, it is seriously the best thing I have found. And it hydrates and it's not irritating and there's no fragrance. I just feel like it really gets deep into the barrier of my skin. It's always the first step before I apply makeup too. Like I use this outside of my skincare routine too. I love this stuff so much. I could probably rave about this forever and I'm not going to, but if there's anything that you guys get out of this video, please try this lotion. If you have not, I literally cannot recommend it more. This one specifically says it's for normal to dry skin. So I'm not sure, I haven't checked out this brand like in completion, but I bet you the fact that it like clarifies that this is for the normal to dry skin, I bet you they have one for combination girlies or for oily skin girlies. So if this one is not your jam, try and see if they have any other ones. I just think this brand really knows what they're doing when it comes to lotion. I don't know, I really trust this lotion a lot, so. And then after my face is cleaned and moisturized, my last step that I like to go in with is lip care, because like I said, I have dry, dehydrated skin, and that is like from head to toe, just how my body has always been for as long as I can remember. And that definitely includes my lips. I've always struggled with dry, cracked, flaky lips as well. And so if I have the time and I feel like I definitely can use a little more TLC with my lips, I love to go in with a lip scrub. I think the one I used in high school was an e.l.f. lip scrub. I think it was mint. I'll try to insert a photo of that. That one works just fine. The one that I currently have is the Tree Hut Sugar Lips. This one is in the flavor Sweet Mint. And the thing that I love about these lip exfoliators is, yes, it's a physical exfoliator. Could be wrong, but I feel like a lot of lip exfoliators use like sugar to exfoliate. But all that being said, a big reason why I love these is that you just need like the tiniest little bit. You do not need much. You just take the tiniest like little pinky full and then you just rub it all up and down your top and bottom lip. And then I'll rub my lips together and then I'll wash it off with like water and then take a tissue if I need to after. Also a very important step with these, I find that my lips, since they're so dry, I just need like a baseline, like a little bit of lubricant on them so that they don't hurt so bad when I'm exfoliating them. So I will just go in with a basic chapstick. This is my one that I keep in my skincare kit right now. It's the Vaseline one. So I will literally just apply a little bit before I go in with this. And that just helps the scrub to like move around a lot better. And then after the lip scrub portion, this is where my one product, besides my Clinique cleanser that I really rarely ever use, this is like the one product on rotation that I use very heavily that is not drugstore, but it is the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. I have wanted this for years. My very sweet roommate has known that about me, and so she spoiled me with it once and gave it to me as a gift. I am obsessed with this. I will say, if you ever go and decide to splurge money on this, it is definitely worth the money. I will definitely be using the entire thing. I love this thing. I feel so bougie using this thing. It comes with like a little wand that I love to apply with. And like, I just love feeling it sit and soak all night long. I love the feeling of this lip mask. That being said though, there are perfectly fine drugstore alternatives that I use literally all the time. If for whatever reason I'm too lazy to be putting this on with my little wand, I have two other things that I will do instead of that. My top one is Aquaphor. Anyone who knows me very much just like the CeraVe realm knows that I am obsessed with Aquaphor. I have gotten pretty much every form of Aquaphor that you can get because I'm just a lover of this. So this one's very easy because it comes in a squeezy tube. If you're just standard applicator, then you can just apply it straight on. So that one's very easy for me to do at night if I'm just not feeling up to doing the extra step of taking my little wand of my Laneige mask. And then if I just want to skip doing the scrub altogether and worrying about chapstick and all that stuff, I will just go straight to my Tree Hut Sugar Lips Lip Butter. I don't know that this one has a flavor, but it just says Nourish and Renew on it. This one does have just also little slight exfoliating factor to it too. But this is nice because it's just kind of like a 2-in-1. It gets it all done. So you get like a tiny little bit of exfoliator, but then also it's just nice to let it soak in all night long. I find that both of these do the job just fine, but if I want to feel bougie and go like the extra mile, doing the combination of these 3 products will make me feel very bougie. So that's why I wanted to recommend it, just in case anyone was curious. But these 2 literally get the job done just as fine, promise. Those are all of my skincare items that I use. Again, I really try to adopt the philosophy of just paying attention and being in tune with my body and my skin and what it's currently needing in that moment. I think consistency is definitely important for your skincare. I think that's how you'll see the best results no matter what type of products you use, which is another reason why I'm a big advocate for people trying drugstore like skincare products at least, because unless you're consistent with something, you're really not going to see the results at least like long term. And I know I might be biased because I honestly haven't tried many high-end skincare products specifically, but I'm a big believer that once you find something that works, A, not only am I more prone to sticking to it, but B, it's really hard for me to try new things, specifically with skincare. Like makeup, I feel like is my playground. I love playing around with makeup. I love trying new things. I do have like my set things that I get every single time and I know that they'll work for me. But I do love playing around with makeup. And I know some people feel that way with skincare and they love playing around with things. But I don't know, something about skincare for me is like once you find it and you know it works, just stick to it and you will see the results for sure. You just have to be, it's a consistent habit. That's really what it's all about. But yeah, I try to do this general skincare routine once a day. I have found that another thing that works for me that may be of help to y'all is sometimes saving it as the last part of my routine is not the most helpful. I will say, if it is the last thing I do that day, that will help knock me out for sure. Like nothing gets me more prepared for bed than just spending like 10 to 20 minutes doing my skincare, and then I'm like, ooh, I am clean. I have just done some self-care. I am ready to just knock out. But that being said, a lot of days I lose a lot of motivation if I leave it to the very last thing that I'm doing. So another thing that's helped me that I thought I'd share with y'all is to adopt a more sense of urgency to doing it. Because if I save it for the last thing, then I will have no sense of urgency to do it. I'll be like, oh, it's fine, I'll just do it in the morning. And guess what? Your girl never does it in the morning. So instead, I try to do it immediately after one of three things. Either when I get straight home from work, and those are on days when I'm not planning to work out or shower. If I'm not planning to work out or shower after work, I need to be doing my skincare like the second I get home from work. Otherwise, I will just lose all motivation. However, if I am planning to work out after work, I will do it after my workout after work. But that's specifically if I'm not planning to shower after work. So that's step 3. If I am going to work, then working out, and then showering, it will be after my shower, which will probably be more towards the end of the day for me. But it has to be immediately after one of those 3 things or it just will not get done. So yeah, I don't know if that's any help to anyone. I know it's really hard for me to be consistent because motivation's a big factor, but I find that, again, circling back to what I said at the beginning of this video, bare minimum, as long as I'm cleansing my face and moisturizing my face, I'm happy with that. So there's a lot of days where I just don't have motivation or energy to do much else. I really try to get myself to just at least cleanse and moisturize, because then at least I am cleaning off all of that day's gunk and at least getting some moisture in that will be soaking in all night long. Plus, if I start the bare minimum, which is cleansing, then I might be like, oh, you know what? My skin could also use maybe some little TLC and I'll add some benzoyl peroxide. And then while I'm there, I'm like, you know what? I do love an eye cream, so let me throw in an eye cream as well. And then while I'm there, I might be like, you know, my lips are also feeling crusty and I'd like to go to bed feeling comfortable and not like I'm got chapped lips all night. Maybe I'll put on some Aquaphor. So like, even if I'm just committing myself to doing the bare minimum, there's some nights where I'm like, I literally only have energy for the bare minimum. And then I'll find myself doing an extra step or 2 that makes me like just that little bit much more happy and content with my skincare routine for the day. So yeah, those are all of my skincare products, skincare tips, if you will. I am not a pro at skincare whatsoever. This is just what I have slowly over time found that has worked for me. So I thought I would share it all. But anyhow, as always, I hope you guys are having a good day. And if you're not, that's okay too. I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!